Relationship in the Raw, hosted by ST's Therapy, where we talk about real relationship challenges and solutions brought to you by actual therapists.
Welcome. My name is Lauryn, and I'm a therapist here at Estes Therapy. I'm really excited because joining us today, we've got Jennine Estes. And I guess I'm curious, what about emotionally focused therapy? Why did that speak to you, or what about that felt right?
Well, it's interesting because I was working with couples and I had no direction on how to work with them. I was not hitting goals, and I was trained in all these various different techniques of working with couples, but nothing was hitting the marker until one day a new supervisor that I got was teaching me EFT. As soon as I started emotionally focused therapy, I was hitting goals with my clients. And from that day on, I just found out that that was the way that worked. I tried the hodgepodge of things and it wasn't working. EFT, all of a sudden, I was hitting goals with clients. We were finishing up. It was long-term change. It was great.
That's awesome. It sounds like it really landed for you, and it worked well, and you also got to see the benefit it had for your clients.
Yeah, it was really cool to see people telling me months later, oh, we're still doing really well. It was so rewarding, and still is so rewarding.
So what couples or individuals get the most benefit out of this model?
Most people who, it can fall for mostly anybody. There's some parts that we don't want to use it with, but for most people, couples who are having conflict issues, they're fighting all of the time, they're disconnected, living like roommates, couples who are working that life is just hard, sexless relationships, anyone who's in that ongoing fighting, just disconnected, not feeling satisfied. So EFT is for you. Most people deal with them. They're very normal issues, but frustrating.
And so tell me more about what the goal is when these clients or couples, individuals come in. What's your goal when working with them?
Our main goal is to get couples feeling a lot more settled and a lot more relaxed, de-escalated, and more connected, right? So there's kind of these three ways of working with couples, because when they come in, they're pretty escalated, they're upset, they're disconnected, they're fighting, they're feeling like roommates, and we need to get their whole system to kind of calm down. It's the de-escalation phase, that's what we call it. And we want to kind of get them to be more chill, more connected, understanding what's going on in their cycle, right? Of why that same fight over and over and over, that's the thing that we're working on, is how to make sure we get them out of that same fight. But the goal is to get them to have more kind of deeper, raw conversations. So I said there's those three phases. So the first phase is to drop them out and get them more calm, connected. But then second phase is to have deeper conversations, more conversations that get to the root of the issue. They can talk about things without fighting and disconnecting. And then the third phase is just making sure that it's long-term. It's a long-term new ways of having. We want corrective experiences for them. So if they're talking and they're reaching for their partner, they need to know that if I reach for you, you're going to respond to me, you'll connect with me, you'll hear me, what I have to say matters, and we can move forward versus defend, blame, fight, that ping pong.
So it's, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's really learning how to slow things down, put words to what you need, understand that there's a lot going on. We have these behaviors, these emotions, these needs that aren't getting met, and kind of making sense of what all is taking place.
Yeah.
And then having couples turn towards each other for that support.
In a way that's actually going to draw each other close, because, sometimes we might try to reach for a partner, but it doesn't really draw them close. They go further away. So we want them to reach for each other and they actually get that sense of closeness.
So kind of how to speak their partner's language.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
Okay. I'm curious. We've been touching on, what is EFT? We've started to go in a little bit more on, what is our goal? Will you kind of walk us through what emotionally focused therapy really is?
Yeah, emotionally focused therapy is what it sounds like, is we focus on the emotion that really causes certain reactions, right? So we want to dive into like what's underneath those reactions that we have, dive into those emotions, and then find ways to get that safety and security in a relationship that works, right? So if somebody's upset, they're emotionally reactive, but they're not doing it in a way that draws closeness, and we scare each other, right? I'm getting big and loud, or I'm exiting. And so we create this sense of safety and security with each other with emotionally focused therapy. So we're going to focus in on the emotions, that sense of feeling securely connected. And we need corrective experiences over and over and over so that old cycle stops and a new one starts. So we teach them how to have healthy, secure conversations.
So really going towards the emotion.
Yeah.
Putting words to it, even though it may be tough to talk about, or maybe we don't even know what the emotion is, but we know in our body something's going on, something's happening.
Yep. And we need to know why, and we need to be able to talk about it in a way that is going to be productive.
Yes. And thank you so much, Jennine.
Thank you.
We have a video following this one where we're going to dive a little bit more into the cycle, the different stages, kind of the phases Jennine was just talking about in the EFT process. And so subscribe, follow us below if you're looking for any more information. We've got multiple platforms like Instagram, Pinterest. Go to our website. If you have questions, want to know more, feel free to give us a call, email us, and we'll be here to answer any of those questions.
Thank you for joining us today. Remember to comment below what you would like to learn about next. Check out Relationships in the Raw on all of our social media channels located in the description. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe to be connected with all of our upcoming episodes.